What's up, everybody? Here's a quick overview of the Blade and Soul patch notes for February 10th update. We're getting brand new dungeons, a 4-man, 6-man, 24-man version, just like our current in-game dungeon. And this is a big deal. In the 4-man, you're going to be able to get a skill book that unlocks your Hongmoon skill, your very first Hongmoon skill. And these are insanely OP skills. We're also getting Mushin Tower 1 through 7. And so, sadly, if you aren't geared up to do the 4-man dungeon, do the Mushin Towers, the solo dungeon. It'll help you gear up and get better gear, better soul shields, and then also just keep constantly upgrading and leveling up your weapon. And you could also buy that Hongmoon skill from other players that are able to do the 4-man dungeon. If you are able to do the 4-man dungeon, you're going to be able to pound it out and get a lot of gold from those skill books. Those right there are going to be insanely valuable. As long as they're tradable like they are in other regions, you should be able to sell them for tons and tons of gold. So expect to see prices dramatically high for the first couple days / weeks on those skill books, and they'll just tank over time as people get them, more and more come into the system. People have acquired them, they don't need them anymore. The supply will also increase, the demand will decrease. So sell them ASAP. If you're able to run the 4-man dungeon and beat it and, have a chance to roll on or bid on those things, bid like crazy, even if it's not your own skill book, man. Especially if you're in a 4-man group that was a randomly assigned group. Yeah, bid like crazy because you can sell those for tons and tons of gold. There's also a ton of skill and update changes for the classes. We're getting the Hongmoon Levels, which means at level 45, you're going to get 5 additional skill points, and you're going to be able to level up to Hongmoon level 5, which will grant you another additional 6 skill points, which means you're going to have an 11 skill point increase, so a lot more flexibility in your builds and creating your characters and classes. There's also the PvP preseason is starting up, and it's going until March 9th. So you're going to be able to get Zen Beans and other consumable items from the PvP arenas now. Great stuff. Also some changes, new items added, and such. So check out the full patch note down below. But in a nutshell, Mushin's Tower 1 through 7, farm that to get a better soul shield for your character, and then after that, you're going to be trying to attempt the 4-man dungeon that is Bloodshade Harbor. Attempt that 4-man dungeon to get your skill book or make a ton of money, and take a look at the bosses right here that you're going to be facing in that dungeon. So overall, that is the nutshell, quick and dirty. Check out the full patch notes down below if you want to read up more on skill changes and such like that. There's a dramatic change and shift, and we are getting ever so close to the Warlock class.